Welcome to the MFR Coaches podcast, where we talk about how you can create a six-figure MFR practice. I'm your host, Heather Hommel. Not only have I been practicing MFR for 11 years, I'm also a life and business coach, especially for MFR therapists. My goal is for you to understand how to get fully booked, how to talk to your clients, and how to make sure they understand what's possible for them with MFR treatment. I'm here to help you stop under-earning, overworking, and burning out. I'll lend support so you can create the MFR practice you've always wanted. Learn how you can do it too, even if you live in a tiny town, and even if you're just starting out, and even if you've ran your practice for years. Let's go. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about the hot and juicy topic of when clients or potential clients ask you if you take insurance. This topic of taking insurance is really common within our community. I'm sure you see people asking about it all the time on MFR Insight. And if you're a member of my community, you see it coming up as well inside our foundations program and even inside our mastermind Beyond 100K. Maybe you think you have to take insurance in order to have a successful business. Maybe you think it's a problem that you don't take insurance. Maybe you get super annoyed when someone emails and asks if you take insurance and you don't. Maybe you are under-earning or overworking in order to make enough money with your insurance patients. I don't know. You have to tell me if this is the truth. Wherever you are in the spectrum, I want you to know that whether you do or do not take insurance, it doesn't have to be a problem. In fact, I would argue it's not a problem at all. It's definitely not a problem for you to not take insurance. And I want you to know that it is never a problem for your potential clients to ask you if you take insurance. I've been talking to students inside my programs, both my Foundations 12-month program and my 6-month advanced group Beyond 100K. This topic of insurance always gets everyone's arm hairs standing on end. Is this happening to you right now? Let me know. The quick place to go is to write off a potential client because they asked you if you take insurance, or to decide that they're not a best fit client, or to decide that something's wrong with them, or to decide that they're a jerk. I've heard the whole spectrum of people's thought downloads as they give me all of their thoughts, not only about themselves, but about this potential client if they have the audacity to ask if you take insurance. Right? People get offensive or get defensive. They feel offended. They just get super angry and bothered when this question comes up. And the other thing I see is that when this question is asked, therapists stop selling MFR and they just freeze. I want you to consider how innocent this question can be and how little this question has to do with whether or not this person will become a long-term client of yours. Potential and established clients are allowed to ask you questions, period. Otherwise, why do you have a contact form on your website? Or why do you accept DMs on Instagram? Why do you answer your phone? If you weren't willing to be there to answer client questions, you wouldn't be accessible in any sort of way. So think about that for a minute. Your job is to allow the questions and not judge or assume, and also to answer the question to the best of your ability. This is a skill that you can learn because it doesn't feel natural to be okay with questions that seem to make you uncomfortable, right? Like, what do you mean I can just allow all these questions and be fine with it, right? How dare these people ask me this stuff in the first place? But I want you to imagine what it's like to be asked this question about whether or not you take insurance, and the potential client can become your long-term cash-paying client, even if they asked that question, even if that's how they led. Imagine what it's like for insurance to never be an issue for you to accept cash at whatever rate it is that you charge, and for it to never be a problem for any of your clients. I want you to know that this is not only possible for every single one of you listening, but it's happening for all of the students that I work with already inside my programs. These MFR therapists aren't superhuman. They aren't numb to the words that people say to them. And they aren't freaks of nature, right? They are pretty super. They're super attuned to how they feel in their bodies when these types of questions come up. And they've learned the skill to feel neutral in their bodies when clients ask these questions, even about insurance, even about their rates, even about their hours, even when a client has a healing crisis, and even about timelines to getting better that aren't ideal. They have learned the skill of feeling neutral. They've learned how to feel every single feeling and analyze why it's stopping them or keeping them from creating the outcome that they want, which is that long-term client that gets the full results of having lots of MFR, not 0 to 1 treatment. Your ability to create long-term clients allows you to get your name on these amazing results that these clients receive. Getting to pain-free, going on dream vacations, experiencing the little moments of life that mean so much. Maybe that's going to games with their kids or grandkids, but being able to show up and live their lives in a way that they want to live it without missing out due to pain and dysfunction. You might feel like overcoming the insurance question is super difficult and you just don't want to deal with it. It might feel impossible to have a potential client lead with that and then become a long-term client. But I want you to know it's easy. It's so easy. You don't need to come up with a fancy and complicated payment plan or a fancy and complicated system of how you weed clients in or out. You don't need to sign up for a Care Credit membership in order to give these people zero interest access to payment plans. Your clients are smart and wise and have figured out how to take care of themselves their entire lives. They are now coming to you for your help. That's all they want, is for you to help them. While you're waiting for November's enrollment in the MFR Coaches Foundation program, why not get ahead? Join the waitlist now at www.themfrcoach.com/foundation. By signing up now, you'll get exclusive access to free training and valuable insights that could give your MFR business a head start. Don't miss out. Get on the list today. You'll be the first to be invited to my next free training and the first to have access to bonus savings and offers when we open doors to join in November. Go to www.themfrcoach.com/foundation to join the list. I want you to think about your clients when they reach out to you. They got all the way to reaching out to asking you a question. They are one answer away from being on your schedule. Do you know what a miracle that is? Do you know how special and amazing it is that they found you out of the sea of humanity that is available for them to find? And they want your help. They want to come in. They want to be your patient. When you think about your clients in this way, instead of thinking that they're bugging you or that they're annoying or that they're not ideal or how dare that they have asked you this question, when you're thinking about how special of a human they are and how smart they are and how driven they are that they have found you, you are going to show up completely different. And if you don't already think about every client inquiry as a miracle, I want you to start thinking about it in that way. Your job is to sell MFR, overcome questions, overcome objections, help people. When you can stop judging, stop spinning out, stop getting worked up, and pay attention to what the client really wants, your ability to convert clients or potential clients to long-term clients will be amazing. You'll sleep so well at night knowing that you've got this skill set and no one can take it away from you. And you'll just get better and better and better at it the more you put it into action. I want you to remember that no matter what question your client leads with or your potential client leads with, nothing has gone wrong. Clients are coming, clients are finding you, and things are working. But what if you started to fine-tune things and to do things with more purpose and on purpose? What if you learned how to overcome objections like the insurance question on purpose? What would happen if you could convert 100% of the clients that make inquiries with you? How much more money would you make each year? How many more people would skip surgery and get out of pain with your help? Just imagine how much that would make MFR mainstream too. When you decide to put in the work, decide to learn business and selling skills in service of your clients, in service of your industry, and in service of your business, everything will change. It's one thing to have hands-on skills, but it is another thing to have business and sales skills so that you can use those hands-on skills and put those hands-on skills to work. We are getting ready to accept applications in the Beyond 100K program. This 6-month program will help you take what you already know about selling MFR and your business and go even deeper. You'll craft your sales skills to scale your business beyond 100K while taking 6 weeks or more of vacation to ensure that you're taking care of your body. You'll hire if you're ready. You'll explore other offers and you'll learn how to sell a 4-figure offer to help your clients with immersive treatments right in your office without outsourcing. I hope you'll consider joining us. If you are fully booked, you've made at least 50K in the last 12 months, you'll be welcome to apply. I'll be sharing more information as we get closer to application time. For those of you looking to join Foundations, we will be enrolling for the last time in 2024 at the end of October. So be ready to join us and set yourself up for the best ever 2025. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back next week with another episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. If you haven't already done so, I'd love it if you would leave me a 5-star review on Apple or share the show with a friend. Let's make MFR mainstream together. Until next time, bye. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a minute and rate and review the podcast. I appreciate it. For more information, please follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The MFR Coach. And check out my website, www.themfrcoach.com for more information. If you are currently not working 20 hours or less and making 6 figures in your MFR business, I want to help you change that. Make sure you tune into the show and get on my email list so you never miss out on important trainings and information. To be the first to find out when we are enrolling next for my 12-month Business Foundations coaching program, get on that email list at www.themfrcoach.com/join. Inside this program, you'll learn how to raise your rate, overcome objections, and sell MFR. You'll become the MFR therapist that never under-earns and never burns out. It's up to us to make MFR mainstream, and it starts with you and your successful MFR practice. See you next week.